Houston, our instruments are showing that we have a incoming message from deep space. Repeat, Houston, we have an incoming message from deep space. Houston, we will begin playing message now. Houston, we're going to try and translate that up here. Hold for translation. Translation complete. We'll begin playing message now.
Hey, it's me, Melissa.
What do you do when the aliens invade? Take a shot of MK Ultra and watch Melissa Jade. Put on your tinfoil hat and tune right in. We got their crime spree, flat earth theories, government conspiracies, a complex Mandela effects, unidentified objects, a mind expanding, fake moon landing, where it all bends understanding. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa. Aliens is on the sun or in Area 51. Time travels, unravels, haunted castles, cops are baffled, potential experimental thoughts that make you transcendental. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa. Crime sprees, flat earth theories, government conspiracies, complex Mandela effects, unidentified objects, a mind expanding, fake moon landing, what it all bends understanding. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Susan. Hi, Jessie, Kalida Hope, Just Jen. We have Foxfire, MK, Preschool Granny, Angie RN, B Crumbs, Robin, Crime Mom 83. I was about to say 89. Nana Banana, My Snot Rocket, Kimberly Wells, Harlot, People Me, Kathy 4, Michelle, The Shiznits, Rock Painting Lady, Mark Klein. We have Destination New York. Let me see. JC, Mrs. Bendover, Rebecca Gomez, Clicker, Mia, Clancy. Woo, Black Swan, Chloe, Gamer Mom, Crack Down, Mr. Pinto, Michelle, Little Red Riding Hood. Woo, Robin, Amarose, Sean, Shelly Bean, Sweet as Taboo. Hi, guys. How are you? Oh, shit, it's Sherry. Hi, April. Hi, Jean. Hi, Jenny. Musicity Mom, LM. You guys are funny. So unless, like, just because it, a lot of you are like, is it here? Is this thing on? Like, you're tapping the microphone if it if it's not started at the right time. So if it doesn't say live, it hasn't started yet. It could go beyond the scheduled time, but if the stream doesn't say live, then I'm just running late for whatever reason. And so I apologize if I'm running late, but yeah, you guys are like, is this thing on? But hi, Brie McGee. I know there's so many lovely people here. I'm so happy to have you all with me and very, very appreciative. Okay, so a couple of things before we get started. So, you guys may notice that there's going to be episodes that are missing on my channel right now. Everything's kind of chaotic. Please be patient and work with me. I have to rearrange some things, and I have to pull some stuff for now, but anything that was in prior episodes, I'm going to be re-uploading. I just want to be careful because there's, like YouTube is really cracking down on their policies and stuff like that. And I'd rather be very safe. And so, but anything that is taken off of my channel for now will be re-uploaded. I'm just making that choice, just to be safe. And if you look at my channel, it's going to be a bit chaotic because I had it in a nice numerical order with the episodes. And so now if you go go look, the numerical order is a bit crazy. And so all I'm saying is by the end of the weekend, I will fix that. So when you go and you look at, it's not going to be crazy and chaotic. I will have that fixed. I just need to get to the weekend for time to do that. But anything that isn't there anymore, don't worry, I will be re-uploading it. I just want to do it in a way that I feel comfortable that it's going to be without any issues. Now, with that also being said, you guys know that we are very big supporters of Alex Erickson over here. And she is going through the issue right now as far as waiting for an appeal process and her channel dealing with being demonetized. And so fingers crossed and well wishes and any positivity that way during the appeal process. But I want to let you guys know that she is using Patreon as an option. And so I'm going to be dropping her link because she is also going to be posting exclusive content only for Patreon members on her Patreon. And if you like the Leticia stuff, then you will be interested. So not only are you going to get content for Leticia, and you're here for Leticia, so there you go, but it's also a way that you can continue to support her during this time, because obviously when your channel just completely halts, it is, it sucks. And so I'm going to drop the link for her Patreon, but like I said, she's going to be posting exclusive content there regarding Leticia and many other cases that she covers. And so it's a great way to be able to support her and to be able to get awesome content. So I wanted to just address that before we even start. So let me just drop her. Ew, I hate hearing my own voice. Why did they do that? They're constantly changing their guidelines and stuff like that. And so I don't really know. I don't know. But it's definitely very scary as creators. It's definitely very scary. And somebody like Alex Erickson, and I know that there's a lot of other creators it's happened to. I have a lot of respect for Ali as a creator. She put so much time and effort into her channel. She is like seriously one of the last people this deserves to happen to. She acquires everything on her own, and then she, it's not like she takes anything from anywhere else. And so it's sad and it sucks, and so I just want to definitely, she's helped me. Like, you guys know, I told you she's the one who kicked me the case files to even start this Leticia series. And so it's just sad and unfortunate. And so to be able to join the Patreon is definitely a way to be able to support her, but you're also going to be able to get the content that she's not going to be putting out anywhere else. And so it's a good option either way. But fingers crossed and well wishes too, and setting that positive energy that the appeal process goes well. So we're gonna keep that positive mind. So those are the two things I wanted to address. One, apologies for my channel looking chaotic. Any episodes that are missing, rest assured I will have my playlist up and running in an organized format. Just give me a bit to do it. And two, please consider joining Allie's Patreon. It would really mean a lot. And if you are interested in Leticia, along with many other cases, there will be exclusive content posted there. And so it will be worth it. So it's a win-win. So I will be posting the link to her Patreon throughout the live. Hi, Crime Curious. So yes, Pickle, yes, because it's something that's happening to many creators. And it's these policies that are constantly evolving and changing. And I was shocked when I went through the last couple of days when I was digging through the guidelines and the policies. I realized, oh my goodness, you're not even allowed to post your own content again. So reused content is not copyright. It's not like, oh, you're playing someone else's stuff. No, you're not even allowed to post your own stuff again. And so it's definitely something that we need to educate ourselves on. But it's not as easy and simple as you might think, because it's not always as black and white. And so sometimes it's too late, before you even get the chance to figure it out. And so that's why it's like, it sucks. And it sucks that this is happening to just, really one of the nicest creators out there. And I'm just really, I feel so bad. Hi, Hypocrisy. Hey, Shay. Okay. So, what do we have on the docket for today? All right. I have, and Crime Curious, it's funny that you're in here, because I had to pull up. Remember I said I would find the stuff from Gannon's life insurance policy and stuff. It was Crime Curious who sent it to me months and months ago. I found it in my email. 2 other KitKat letters that I wanted to go over. And then I found, I had the interview that we talked about, if you guys wanted to listen to. Remember the documents we went over yesterday in the episode with, I forgot, Miss Troutman, and the heavy accusations that were being made. And there was the interview that she went and did on WTAF. You guys said that you would be interested to listening to that again. We had listened to it once before on my channel many months ago. I had Allie and the Gens up actually when we did that, but that was a while ago. I have that. If you guys, now that we have the full context and we have the documents, no, you can't repost your own content, Madam Mom. That's why it's like, whoa, wait a second. I didn't know about this type of stuff. I didn't know about these guidelines. But either way, I have that interview if you guys would like to go over it and listen to it. If we do, it's long though. So if we do, yeah, it made me feel icky too, Stassi. So it's up to you guys. But we will start with the other stuff for now. We'll start with the other stuff for now and work our way to that. All right, so you guys want to start with the letters? Oh, I'm so sorry. I have a bunch of people, Tiny Dancer, who said that to me. Tiny Dancer says, thank you, Atmos of Jade, for fixing the missing videos, because I was in the middle of watching one of the other day and then it just cut off and disappeared. I was so upset because it was good stuff. I promise any of it, because I worked very, very hard on this series, okay? So I am just as upset, but I can promise you any of the episodes that I took down, the information that was within them, I'm going to be putting back up. And so instead of looking at it as, you know, oh, damn, you know what? I put so much work into this and now it's got, no, you know what? I'm going to put it back out, but even better. So it's going to go back up. Don't worry. And in an even better format. Let's look at it that way. So, oh, how funny is that? All right. So. Let's start. Let's start with the Leticia, the KitKat letters. So you guys know, two episodes ago, I think it was 2 episodes ago. Thank you, Tiny Dancer. I pulled out and I showed you guys letters that Leticia had written to YouTubers back in 2021. And it was to 2 creators, KitKat and WTAF. And let's just say she does not let down as far as Tecia mode. And hi, Color Michelle. She tries to, at least with the KitKat ones, she tries to very heavily portray to be struggling with dissociative identity disorder, and basically writes down the whole screenplay for the movie Twilight. And she claims to have all of these alter personalities and whatnot. And then with the letters with WTAF, she was a little bit more, as I would say, normal, even though I don't want to use that to describe Tecia, but they were very interesting. They were very thoroughly entertaining. And so now there's another 2 I wanted to go over with you guys. So we will start with that. And these 2 are both also to the creator KitKat. So let's start with this one. All right, so this one is dated June 13th, 2020. Okay. So all right, 1 second. It says, I will make this short as I didn't find your letter to be non-judgmental or nice. I understand real talk, but I have no clue what you are talking about. Money on my account? And second, I'm going to trust in the strategic methods of my legal counsel. Listen, no hate to her no hate to her legal counsel, but there wasn't much of a strategy, in my opinion. Not much of a strategy at all. Perhaps if the strategy was the lack of a strategy. Next, you have no idea what you are talking about. 1, you have seen my handwriting, and it's clearly an imitation. 2, the wand was talking about a movie where a guy pays millions to help him escape. I only said I'm gonna use a broomstick out loud. Other people were arguing they were using a C4 bomb. God. Well, others said they were getting a helicopter to come on the wreck yard. I wish I had some context to this. I feel like we're missing the first part. This isn't the response to something. I just don't know what. It was all jokes and fun until the deputy that hates me denies attorney visits and shows inmates YouTube videos of me, came in and threatened the other inmate to tell on me on her girlfriend. To tell on me on her girlfriend? Oh, man. Every time I read something from Leticia, it makes me genuinely concerned about the process that she was a teacher. She was a teacher. Like, she taught students. How concerning is that? Okay. I don't know, Kathy. Obviously, she was choosing me, not her girl. Then she gave her entertainment out and commissary. The other girl feels horrible, but I wouldn't have pointed fingers at the person I loved either. Can you blame her? I don't have a tail, just Jen. I know. Did you expect a beard? I actually was going to do I didn't know if you guys were interested, but I was going to do an episode on Leticia's background, her teaching background and stuff. If you guys were interested, let me know. I could maybe merge that with the episode I was going to do on Chance. You let me know. Can you blame her? So contrary to your words, there was no plan of anything. Just stupid talk about a broom. Which people who are smart will know. A broomstick was the weakest of all responses to the movie. See, I love how she always does that, because she does this with a lot of things, where she is the one who tried to use the broomstick to escape. She is the one who did that. She is the one who measured the window using her hands. Yet then, when it's proposed back to her, she will say, that is so stupid. Everybody knows that's stupid. Who would ever use a broomstick? You did. That was you. But she'll just flip it and reverse it. Gonna flip it and reverse it. Yeah. Okay. Everybody knows nobody used the damn broomstick. I, unfortunately, happened to be out and about when the cop who makes my life miserable walked in. And you yourself should know that. It's okay to threaten my life. And the DA's office responds with free speech. But a broomstick is a crime? So we punish people for their thoughts and jokes now? Okay, we need to punish everyone then. You should have realized how ridiculous that was. And if you find me guilty over a broomstick joke, and which is not even in my handwriting, then I'm glad you aren't a jury member. I'll close now and hope that you aren't so quick to find me a letter. I'll close now and hope that you aren't too quick to find me a letter that's made after this. I'm not screwed at all because I did not murder or abuse anyone. Uh-huh. Oh, thank you, Crime Curious. Send me a rude letter. Send me a quick to... Wait, that's what that's... And now I hope you aren't so quick to this word. Something me a letter. That's rude after this. That's send? Send me a letter that's rude after this? She is writing this to the creator KitKat. Looks different when zoomed in. I know, right? I'm not screwed at all because I did not murder or abuse anyone. So, you have your opinion. Everyone has one. I hate to see how you would act after the evidence hearing when the DA's office gets to point a fake image and alter evidence to the Pabby's liking, to the public's liking, and alter evidence to the public's liking. Experts will soon come in. Handwriting experts too. Until then, you are right. I'll refrain from talking to people against me. Sorry you feel that way. God has it. Leticia, there's her normal signature. So I'm good, smiley face. You don't even know how to do a smiley face correctly. You don't do... Oh. You either do the long 2 lines and the smile, or the 2 dots and the smile. You don't do the 2 long lines and the 2 dots and the smile. Does that represent your altar? Does your smiley face have an altar too? It's eyelashes. It's one single long eyelash per eye. Ugh. So what do you guys think about that? That's the first one. It is like a Nike swish. Did you, Tiffany? Mm-mm. Okay. Then we have the second of the letters, and the second of the letters definitely has a lot more information, but I appreciate it because it is clearly much more legible. Handwriting experts, crime curious. Meanwhile, she thinks that the experts that they would be bringing to trial, no, fuck the blood experts, right? The blood spatter experts, or the experts who are going to testify on the telemetry data, like the movements of your vehicle or your cell phone data, right? All of the actual important information that proves you committed this atrocious act. But instead, you're like, oh no, we're going to have handwriting experts come in and prove that I wasn't breaking out with a broomstick. Everybody knows if I break out, it's going to be via helicopter. Yeah, that makes total sense. Oh, this is just page 1, Becky. Is this is this a different case, Crime Curious? Hi, Amber. Because I didn't even get to read it yet. It would make sense if it wasn't Leticia. Hold on. No, because it talked about the suitcase. Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say I saw it talk about the suitcase in Florida. Okay, hold on. Let me. Okay. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. I appreciate how much cleaner this one is. Hi, Alina. Me. Hold on, let me take a sip of my water. This is going to be a long one. I could pull up a photo of Chance if you guys want me to after the letter. You don't think so, Walkaway Renee? All right. So let's begin. And it's labeled Uno. Which, sorry, I look very deep into why Leticia does certain things, and she labeled it Uno, as opposed to the other letter was actually labeled 1. So she says, hello. I apologize if this letter surprises you, but I noticed that we had exchanged letters before. I got your letter and cards, and thank you very much. First, I don't recall talking to you or anyone else. In fact, it has come to my attention that I missed a whole year, or that I experienced too many head traumas or something of that nature. So we're just going to start like that, huh? We're going to just start. We're going to start like that. Okay. Okay. A whole a whole year. It's come to my attention that I missed all of 2020. Okay, sure. Let's continue. So, it has come to my attention that I missed a whole year, or that I have experienced too many head traumas, or something of that nature. Let me explain. Please do. Please, Leticia, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Let me explain. I'm not even convinced that it is 2020. Girl. She's doing it. She's doing it. I'm not even convinced that it is 2020. I have been reading through journals since April, and I just don't remember any of this stuff. And I think I'm involved in some kind of conspiracy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Some of this stuff is very confusing because none of this stuff is true. I've never hurt anyone. Oh, Tecia, did you really think this was gonna work? Did you really think if you wrote it on paper that a jury would believe it? Oh my God. While reading it, I discovered someone named Missy has been verbally abusing me. That others have been physically abusive. and that I'm in an emotional disturbance. Honestly, I'm supposed to be here in training for my powers. Last month, I stopped working at my job because I kept seeing Justice and Jasper a lot. However, I finally turned into a vampire in training, and I changed my name to Janelle. Please, don't be afraid. We are not dangerous. We practice differently. I read some letters that you sent, and I realized I had called you too. I don't remember any of this. So I wanted to apologize if you haven't heard from me. This whole thing is just crazy. People keep talking about attorneys whom I have never even met and trying to chain me up and take me. I'm not going with these people unless the Volturi tells me to. The least she could have done is change the name. Not even that you stole all of Twilight, right? That you know what? You could have based it off of Twilight. But the fact that you literally stole the characters' names and then you stole the Volturi, that is not a delusion. You are a fan. There is a difference. Holy crap. This is... I'm not going with these people unless the Volturi tells me to. Justice doesn't feed off the living. He does off the dead. So I'm sure that will be the same for all the new trainees. I even found a book that I wrote detailing actual events and being a victim of organized crime, delivering items to people and taking suitcases to Florida with money. Those little nuggets of truth. The little nuggets of truth. Nicole, this is to a YouTuber named KitKat. Oh, I don't remember any of 2020. I'm not even convinced we're in this year. Oh, but you know what? Conveniently, I do remember. I do remember that I was part of an organized crime and conveniently delivered money in a suitcase to Florida. Oh, no, I'm definitely not covering up for the body that I ditched in Florida in the suitcase. No, not at all. You definitely don't see what I'm trying to do here, right? Yeah, no, I'm totally smarter than you. It's the Volturi. It's organized crime. It was just money. What do you mean? It was not a body. It was money. Yeah, sure. Sure. Everyone will believe you, Tisha. This is a strong alibi. Very strong. Once I denied or said no, I was harassed, chased, and that's how this all came out and about with Edgar. Dun, dun, dun. Hi, Michelle. It's called figurines because they concealed it in Christmas items and etc. Like a lamp or an antique item or an ornament even. Long story short, That's how I'm involved, because I wouldn't take the suitcases to Florida all the times I went. Trust me, I think I'm in some game stopping or conspiracy. What? You think you're in some game stopping? Are you in a store? Are you in GameStop? What's game stopping? I think I'm in some game stopping. Right, Kimberly? I think I'm in some GameStop, you guys. Mm-mm-mm. None of the journals make sense, nor do I recall. Oh, you think gang stalking? Well, she literally wrote game stopping. You can see it right there. Game stopping. None of the journals make sense, nor do I recall. I'm supposed to move back to South Carolina next month when Al goes to a training, and I'm going to work with the airlines. Then I read a journal entry that said this happened already, and he and I wouldn't bring the suitcases with figurines, spelled that way, I guess, for the book purpose, from a June cruise, and it cost us. January cruise, I'm sorry. From a January cruise, and it cost us. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm following you. So you and Al went on this cruise. When you embarked on this cruise, you were summoned to deliver figurines within a suitcase. And when you didn't, they Men in Black. What was that thing? They Men in Black you. What was that thing where like they zap, zit, and now you don't recall a whole year. You thought you were going to be a flight attendant, but joke's on you, because that was always a lie anyway. You were never even going to be a flight attendant. But yeah, that's totally plausible story. It's totally plausible. I don't know why anyone wouldn't believe that. Yeah, the neutralizer. Can you see why I feel like someone is playing some sick joke? Saying people are dead, etc. Then I get another note last week asking, did I fake money that, I'm sorry, did I take money that was stashed in a vase figurine? And to keep my mouth closed about the cartel. Yeah, where's that note, Tisha? If it's anything, if it's anything like that peanut butter note, I'm sure we know the source. Girl, this is insane. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I know E, and I know they had a family business, but I don't know if he is involved or why my babysitter, Angelica, is terrified. Oh, thank you so much, Elaine. That's so sweet of you. Thank you so very much for the super sticker. Is it your babysitter, Tisha, or the kid's babysitter? Yeah, exactly, Elaine. Because wait, you're not supposed to ask that, Elaine. Don't ask questions, Elena. Don't ask questions. To sum it up, I hope they figure all this nonsense out. The camp guards here say weird stuff. And I keep telling them they have the wrong person. I'm supposed to be in training. Then I get letters from people telling me Albert put me here to get rid of me. He didn't answer when I called him back. I mean, I never planned to tell on him about his cheating, abuse, or drug usage, so not sure why he would be angry. Plus, I am moving next month. Anyway, when the kids get back from Christmas break in January. You know the movie Mean Girls? And you know the part where Gretchen Wieners tells Katie how she was Regina's bestest friend and how she kept her secrets, but at the same time she told Katie the secrets and swore she never told anybody. That's what Leticia just did. Why would Al be mad at me? I never planned on telling anybody about him cheating on me and abusing me and his drug usage. I have no intentions on saying a word to anyone about all of his abuse, his cheating, nothing. But you just did. Why would you include that then? It's concerning how smart Leticia believes she is in comparison to everybody else. I think that's really what fascinates me most. Exactly, Shakto. No, but really, I think that's probably what is so peculiar to me is that Leticia believed she could outsmart people. Yet we look at this, right? And it is so bad. Like, there's not a chance anybody would ever fall for this. Yet Leticia believed she was smarter and could fool us. Yeah, not another drama, I know. But you know what's sad? Not another drama. The entire platform is filled with the most disgusting, hateful channels and creators out there who do nothing but drag one another every day and their channels are fine, yet somebody who actually busts their ass and does the right thing can, you know, get impacted like that. It just makes me so mad. Hi, Kawaii Taish. Okay. So, I mean, I never planned to tell on him about his cheating, abuse, or drug usage. So, not sure why he would be angry. Plus, I am moving next month anyway when the kids get back from Christmas break in January. Gannon knows I'm leaving and he wants to ride with me back. So I'll ask his mom, did she get her attorney ready like we planned? Because the plan was and is ready to unfold. Yeah, Tecia, you're totally going to convince everyone right now that you believe Gannon is still alive. Sure, right? Sure. You are going to fool everyone. Just based on these letters, you are going to convince everybody, oh my God, you had us fooled. She thinks, look at this, guys. She thinks Gannon's alive. She thinks she's working with Landon to get Gannon back. Oh, look at that. She thinks that Gannon is going to ride with her. You are so smart, Leticia. You almost had us. You had me at Volturi. Gosh darn. How could I have just been so stupid? Oof, I got to be careful next time. That's what I'm saying, Jessie. Jessie said this is below average. Her brain can't be fully developed. This kind of arguments are not normal. That is my point. The fact that she even would attempt this has to show that, oh, she thought there was a chance. And so it's either you are so dumb that you don't realize everybody else around you's intelligence because you're just nowhere near that level, or you believe everybody is just dumber than you. Either way, this is concerning. You really thought that this was going to work? Exactly, Melly. She wasn't, she was teaching assistant. So she did not need a master's. Honestly, I feel like elementary school kids could think of better. Listen, put it this way. I know there's a lot of parents in this chat right now who probably have elementary school aged children. If you asked your child, elementary school aged child, to write a storyline based on the plot of vampires, do you not think your own child at an elementary level would be able to think of an original plot, unlike Leticia? Because I know mine could. They have these tasks to do all the time in school. Write your own short story based on those types of subject matters. A haunted house, whatever it may be. You're telling me an elementary age child could do an original storyline based on vampires, but you couldn't, Leticia, when your life depended on it? Thank you, Bree. That's so very kind of you. Thank you so much. Right. Like our children would no. No way. Hi, Pointer Lover. Michelle. Thank you so much, Michelle. That was so kind of you. Congratulations to whoever just received memberships. It was Star T, B Girl, Cassie, Tiffany, and Jenny. You are amazing, and you don't even go here. Thank you so much. Hot damn. You are awesome, Michelle. Thank you. All right. I'm trying to find my spot. Yay, Star T. Okay, so the Gannon knows I'm leaving and he wants to ride with me back. So I'll ask his mom, did she get her attorney ready like we planned? Because the plan was and is ready to unfold. I just wanted you to know, since apparently we talked. Please forgive me that I don't have any idea what you and I said. I just have your letters and a long journal. Wait. That's a contradictory sentence. I apologize. I have no idea what we spoke about. I mean, I have all of our letters and the journal, but I have no idea what we conversed about. That is how you corresponded. That is literally how you and this person communicated. So if you have the letters, then you know exactly what you spoke to her about. What? I didn't realize I was doing it out loud, Wolfie. But now that I know, I will no longer hum the Doug Funny theme song. I thought I was doing it in my head. You literally... Please forgive me that I don't have any idea what you or I said. I just have your letters and a long-ass journal. So you know exactly what you and her said. Oh, Casey. That is awesome. I'm so happy that you got one. We'll do a members live Monday. We'll do a members only live on Monday. That's awesome. I'm glad you got one. What? Doug Funny and Patty Mayonnaise? Skeeter? Shacto. Oh my freaking God. Disappointed. Very disappointed. So, please forgive me that I don't have any idea what you and I said. I just have your letters and a long-ass journal. I'm trying to piece all of this together But I think someone is playing some type of joke. I had to be forced to eat. Listen. I don't always tell the truth, but when I do, I don't. I do not make comments on people's appearances, but I will say, Leticia, I am so fucking tired of hearing in all of the jail calls and the prison calls and in these letters that you do not eat. The lie detector determined that was a lie.
No.
Yes.
No, sir. I mean, John, no.
No, sir. I object.
Any objection? All objections.
I object all to that statement right there. You absolutely do eat. You managed to get the full facial transplant that you were Googling the all natural way. Let's just say that. I don't know how you fully changed the shape of your jawline, but you managed. Hi, Meatfoot. No, Jim John, don't know. Okay. I had to be forced to eat. Really? Because if that was the truth, there would be an incident report documented. Hey, Crime Curious, you in here? Because I know you have those jail incident reports. Is there anyone saying that we had to force feed Letecia Stauch? No? Okay. I rarely sleep. Now I believe that. At the time, she wasn't sleeping. I woke up with my head bleeding. Okay. I passed out in some visitation room and hit my head. I got all this from notes and the kite system. Oh, okay. Yeah, makes logical sense. I read through all the abuse emails, etc. Nothing makes sense. I should be in an organized training group for vampires, but instead, I'm in some concentration camp. I'm housed with all females now, with these new fancy doors that beep and light up green. I should be dressed in black, but I'm with some girls who keep telling me about their crimes. Wait, I was waiting for some correlation there, like, but I'm in orange or I'm in green. But she said, but I'm with, okay, whatever. Then 4 guys told me about their crimes, and they have high profile cases involving execution style, murder, extradition from No, she didn't. Did she really? No, she didn't. Did she write extradition? Oh, she did. Oh, I'm just reading it as she wrote it. All right, guys. I'm just reading it as she wrote it. Extradition. Oh. Jim John Doe, no. Oh. That's funny. Hey, Jack. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, Kristen. That's so sweet. Yeah, I'm going to have to keep incorporating my face more, unfortunately. I don't really want to, but I'm going to have to because that's what I'm going to have to do. Extradition. Thanks, Brianna. So, four guys told me about their crimes, and they have high-profile cases involved, and it says involving execution style, murder, extradition from Mexico, killing some teens, killing a lady, stabbing people in the neck, stabbing a pregnant lady, etc. Why they tell me this, I have no idea. I've never committed a crime. So I don't know why or if they want to become a vampire or if they want part of this conspiracy as well. Oh, Tisha. She just keeps on. She just keeps on. I've never committed no crime. You must want to join the vampire club. That must be it. Come hither. Turn your neck. Let me take a bite. What are you talking about? Oh, girl. Ah, Jim John Doe, no. No. Thank you, sweet as taboo. She really tried, Pickle. Not hard enough, though. Okay. So I don't know why or if they want to become a vampire or if they are part of this conspiracy as well. Now, you know why I'm on a mission to figure this out and why I'm being held hostage. You are like the third person who asked me about school. Bitch, wait a second. I thought you didn't remember. Wait. I thought you didn't remember what you spoke about. Yet now you're suddenly recalling that she's asked you about school? Interesting. Some mental health lady asked me, and I let her pull it up. full master's in education at Capella University. 2013 doctorate level education specialist degree at Liberty University, May 6, 2013. I walked in Lynchburg. 30 hours of the doctorate level EDS transferred into the EDD program of 60 hours. I finished ABD, which is an EDD, conferred all but dissertation before Alaska. Bitch, you have great memory recall. Oh, I guess this was for the years that you do remember. Just conveniently, the year that you committed the horrific murder is just conveniently poof. Yeah, that one I don't recall. But let me give you all the full dates and details of everything I've done in the years prior. I was licensed in S states, so I contacted all S and told them I moved and had to take care of the kids. S states? What's that? Oh, I'm sorry, 5. I was licensed in 5 states, so I contacted all 5 and told them I moved and had to take care of the kids. 2 states immediately reached out and gave me contact info on how to remove the ABD while remote. Applied and got accepted to 2 programs from the DOEs and defended it remotely. Used at portfolio and submitted something live text file in the place of other requirements. Then I got my diploma, published the portfolio in the school's library, Liberty, and involved the ABD. Then, due to reciprocity, what is that? What? Then, due to reciprocity, Colorado accepted it, updated my licensure, 6th, 5th, Tate? 6th, 6th state. Okay. Oh my God. I can't fucking read her handwriting, man. 6th state to doctorate level and paid me on that level. She has no problem recalling any of this. She needs an exorcism. She does. I can't recall the agency, but several will let you take your ABD and confer it. Oh, one thing you can't recall. There you go. There we go. At least you can't recall something, right? One of the agencies. So, She can't. I mean, think about it. Oh, fuck you. You just took a motherfucking page to list your credentials with your education to be a fucking teacher. And the next sentence, I mean, think about it. I did every requirement. All that schooling, all those degrees, all those fucking acronyms. And that's what we get. Okay. I mean, think about it. I did every requirement except the dissertation phrase, which was Education 919 and Defense. Aw, thank you, Kristen. Yes, definitely show your face more often. Much prettier than my crappy husband's after working all day. You're so sweet. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. It was impossible because I was the primary caregiver. Oh, was that a subliminal slip there, Tisha? Ooh, was that past tense? Yet you started the letter saying you move next week. As far as you know, you're supposed to be starting work and you're moving to South Carolina. And what's going on? Why am I here? So if that was true, it would be present tense, not past tense. Not I was the primary caregiver. It would be I am the primary caregiver. Because according to your own words, you are still the caregiver, that you don't know what you're doing here. What's going on? I'm supposed to be driving back to Myrtle Beach and Gannon was going to take the ride with me. You are still the caregiver. Past tense. Because you are aware, consciously aware, that you're lying. Yet, if you genuinely believed it, if this was something she was genuinely struggling with, she would be talking in present tense and she wouldn't even have to think about that because she would believe it. It was impossible because I was the primary caregiver in Myrtle Beach and Alaska. So I couldn't fly back and forth to Liberty to finish with the group that I started with. Then Colorado happened and the East Coast was so far away. I did the most logical thing. I couldn't let ABD stand in the way because some jobs looked down on it. Dissertation is now published. Therefore, I was able to assume the EDD with my name instead of the EDD ABD. Everyone knows that stands for ABD, and it's like the bar exam. What? Oh, this is what Al meant in the recorded calls when he said, you're the one with the law background. That is not, honey. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. Hey, Avery. No. You're not anywhere near a fucking lawyer, no.
No. God, no, sir. I mean, John, no.
The fact that you can literally compare that and say everyone knows it's like the bar exam. No, it's not, actually. Anywhere. No. Say someone passed law school and failed the bar. Anyway, for whatever reason you asked, I hope that helps. You know, the 3.5 pages I just gave you. I hope that helps. Fuck, man. I walked 2013, and I know it's on the Liberty page under Hardin and the video. I could show you guys the video if you want. But I didn't apply for graduation to remove the ABD because I was in Colorado and Alaska. So I only paid for the diploma and the outside agency fee. The doctorate diploma was and is in my house downstairs. The transcripts are in my Doe file here in Colorado. Jim John Doe. It's official. And I used Albert's GI Bill for 1 year of it. Then $100,000 in student loans 101. So if you found my file online in the live text, I'm no longer ABD since it's published. Anyway, I read some of your letters and wanted to know how your mom is doing, you, and how is it where you live? They are saying some 19 COVID is here. Good night, Kimberly. That's funny. It's backwards. They are saying some 19 COVID is here. I guess because it's 2019, they named it that. She thinks she's smart. She thinks she's smart. You already acknowledged in the beginning of the letter what year it was, even though you said you didn't believe it. Even though you said you don't remember 2020, you can't then jump and say, oh, it's 2019. She thought, oh yeah, I could fool them. She believed it. She really, really believed she was smarter than all of us. And that this was going to be convincing enough. I guess because it's 2019, they named it that. Anyway, be careful. They have masks on here. Forgive me for not understanding what we talked about. Bitch, you just asked how her mom is doing, that you read her letters. You thoroughly understood when she asked you about her school, your schooling, because you wrote 3.5 pages in response. So why do you keep apologizing? Oh, sorry that I don't know what the fuck we talked about. You do. You do know what you talked about. What do you mean? my God. Oh, thank you, Anne. I've had to write a few people to let them know I wasn't being rude, that I have no idea or recall of who you are other than what I know from the letters. Oh my God. Oh my God. How nice of you to send the beautiful cards. Hopefully, you will understand when you get this that I wasn't ignoring anyone sending stuff. I've just been trying to figure this out, and whoops, hold on. I gotta get the okay, just trying to figure this out and how to respond or if I should. If you want to keep in touch, if my new lifestyle does not scare you, then please do. I don't bite. No, I'm kidding. Ivana Witch. Oh, stop it. She did not. She did. She did. She fucking did. Ivana Witch, you a happy Halloween. She did. She said, Ivana Witch, you a happy Halloween. She's trying to pretend to be a fucking vampire. Oh, Tisha, you're so clever. You're so look at you, girl. You're so punny. You're so punny, Tisha. Oh, look at you. Because you thrive at Halloween, right? Ivana Witch, you happy Halloween. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Please, remember me in your thoughts as I continue with the training here and can hopefully pass and move to the next stage in vampire training. If they clear up this conspiracy, I will let you know. TTYL. P.S. Once I'm finished and have full powers, I won't be here or able to write anymore. But until then, I'll keep in touch. If I can. Sometimes I get to buy stuff, but I don't know how it will work once I complete this training. Janelle Corman Stauch. December 2019, aka October 2020 question mark? Oh, 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 oh. Ugh. Ugh. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I don't know. I've never, ever, 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 ever seen anything like this in my life. And I really wish a very educated professional in this, like in the field of understanding the human mind, would be able to like come on and talk to us and explain to us, yo, this is like what is happening here. You know what I mean? Because I don't understand how she thought this would ever be believable. Hi, Allie. Yeah, definitely. If you guys don't mind hitting the thumbs up really quickly before we transition into our next topic. I was in law enforcement for 15 years and I've never seen or heard anything or anyone like her. That is what I would love to ask like Grusing in his career. I'm sure he has dealt with a lot of liars. Thank you, Color Michelle. I'm sure he's dealt with a lot of liars. I'm sure. But I cannot imagine. I cannot imagine there being anybody who lied as much and as bad as Leticia. We're going through, Allie, so Tecia is a vampire. You know, we already know that. And we were going through the 2 letters to KitKat. And this letter is very interesting. The second one, it is long, but she explains that she is in vampire training, that she has absolutely no memory recall of an entire year, that she believes it's 2019, that she is moving next week, and Gannon's going to take the trip with her, but there is some type of conspiracy there that she was supposed to be delivering a suitcase with money after the cruise with Al, but they didn't follow the rules, and now just a whole bunch of crap. But then she has subliminal slips and giveaways throughout the entire letter. And it's so fascinating and interesting. Oh, she did beat crumbs. She saw it before I even showed it on my channel. Yup, see? I know Puddin'. I like that name. And I like Puddin'. But it's the thing that no person would ever fit. Okay, yeah, no. This is believable. This is believable, right? Nobody would ever think that. Nobody would ever think that. Yet Tecia pushes not even pushes the boundaries. She's busted out of the boundaries long, long ago. Long ago. Like I said, Ariesport, we're sending all the, I said it in the beginning, we're sending all the best positivity and well wishes. But that's why, at least for now, Patreon is an awesome option. It's a way to continue to support the channel during the appeal process, but it's also where she's going to be posting exclusive content regarding the Leticia case and other cases that won't be available anywhere else. And so, but we're going to, you know, we're going to keep that positive mind frame. But anybody who's interested, I would definitely go check it out. Like, why would she think? That's what I'm saying. Like, I struggle with that, you know, like, it is so obviously not going to work. And I think also what I struggle with is how long she tried. Like, it's not that she lied. It's not that she tried to get out of it. It's how she still to this day has not given up. If that lie doesn't work, she plops on a new lie, and then a new lie, then a new lie, then a new, you know, blah, 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 blah. And she has not stopped. One second, guys. One second. Okay. Hi, my fellow Melissa. Let me make sure that worked. There we go. Okay. It's AP Meatfoot. Okay. So, next up, let me Okay. Sorry, guys. I had to download that first. That's true, KPM. Her last name changed, Mary? Interesting. I don't know. I don't know if she did. I'll have to look into that. Shakta. All right. So the first is the life insurance. Remember yesterday we went through it? Well, there was oh no. Oh, okay, no, that's fine. In the case file, oh no. Oh no. My thing froze. Am I here? Is this thing on? Hold on. I might need to go out and come back in. I don't know if you guys could hear me, but I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry, my whole thing went weird. All right, so yesterday we went over there was a file and it referenced Leticia taking out life insurance policies on all 3 children. I couldn't see any screen. I couldn't see the screen though. So even though you guys were saying I could hear you, my screen went black. So I had to leave. But thank you guys. This gets into a little bit more detail. And shout out to Crime Carrier because she had sent this to me months and months ago when I first had actually met her and did like a panel with her. No, she did not lose her channel, KPM. And hold on, let me just adjust real quickly. Okay. So this says USAA Life Insurance Company plaintiff versus Al, Landon, and Leticia. And this was the insurance company respectfully submitting its complaint against defendants Al, Landon, and Leticia as follows. So plaintiff USAA Life Insurance Company is a corporation that authorized to transact the business of insurance in Colorado. Upon information and belief, Al is an individual domiciled in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Al may be served with process at redacted. The defendant is a citizen of Colorado within the meaning of USC. Then Landon, and it says, upon information and belief, Leticia is incarcerated at the El Paso County Jail. Prior to her incarceration, upon information and belief, Leticia was domiciled in Colorado Springs. As such, Leticia is a citizen of Colorado. So this court has original jurisdiction because the interpleader fund exceeds $500 and 2 or more adverse claimants are of diverse citizenship as set forth above. So venue is proper pursuant to 28 U.S.C. because a substantial part of the events or omissions given rise to the claim occurred in this district, and at least one defendant resides in the district and is subject to the court's personal jurisdiction. So, effective June 11, 2017, USAA Life issued life insurance policy number insuring and owned by Letecia Stauch, the policy. A duplicate copy of the policy is attached hereto as Exhibit 1. The policy included a term life insurance rider for children, providing a death benefit of $25,000 to each insured child. Gannon Stauch was named as an insured child. Oh, Carolina, that's so sweet. You know what you could do, Meatfoot, for me? You could grab Allie's second channel, because I don't know if I have it in my Nightbot, but if you want to grab her second channel and drop it for me, that would be a big help. And remind me after the live to put it into Nightbot. That would be a help. Thank you. Thanks, Meatfoot. So it says the child rider specifies that USAA Life will pay the death benefit to the insured if living, or to the estate of the insured child. Upon information and belief, Gannon was murdered in late January 2020. Upon information and belief, at the time of his death, Gannon resided in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Leticia was arrested for Gannon's murder in March 2020 and was charged with murder in the first degree, child abuse resulting in death, tampering with a deceased human body, and tampering with physical evidence. The people of the state of Colorado versus Letecia Stauch. Trial in the criminal action is currently set for March 20th. Colorado law provides in pertinent part that the felonious killing of the decedent revokes any recoverable disposition or appointment of property made by the decedent to the killer in a governing instrument. While the child rider death benefit does not technically constitute a governing instrument because it was not executed by Gannon, Colorado law further specifies that any wrongful acquisition of property or interest by a killer not covered by this section must be treated in accordance with the principle that a killer cannot profit from the killer's wrongdoing. Thus, if the court finds that Leticia feloniously killed Gannon, she will be precluded from receiving the death benefit. In that event, the child rider requires that the death benefit be paid to Gannon's estate. Under Colorado in ecstasy laws, Gannon's parents, Al and Landon, are equally entitled to Gannon's intestate estate. If a descendant is not survived by a descendant but is survived by one or more parents, any part of the intestate estate not passing to the surviving spouse or surviving designated beneficiary is distributed as follows. The interstate estate or part is divided into as many equal shares as there are surviving parents, and one share passes to each surviving parent. As a result of the pending charges against Leticia for Gannon's murder, USAA Life faces the prospect of exposure to multiple liability for the death benefit. So, yeah. It makes you wonder, right? Thank you, Meatfoot. We love you, Allie. Right? Oh, awesome, J. Michael McCoy. She has a second channel, so that's awesome. All right, so you want to see the policy? I have the policy. Oh. I'm so sorry, K. Cole. That's horrible. Okay. So, this initial face amount $250,000, initial benefit period 30 years, premium guaranteed period 30 years, expiration date June 11th, 2047. That's the conversion option expiration. Then expiration date is June 11th, 2079. Issue age 33, female. Total first premium $30.06. Issue insured Letecia Stauch. Owner Letecia Stauch. So annually $361, an automatic monthly payment of $30, a child rider clause for $25,000. Man, she was paying $7.99 a month for that child rider clause. So this is the scheduled of the years. Here is the child writer. So while this policy is in effect, we will pay the death benefit to the beneficiary if the insured dies. The death benefit may be paid in a lump sum or under a settlement option. So this is the child. Okay. The person insured under the policy to which the rider is attached. Any child, stepchild, or legally adopted child of the insured less than 18 years of age and listed on the application for this rider. Any child of the insured born alive. Okay, well, he was the first one. We will provide long-term life insurance on any insured child, subject to the terms and conditions and limitations of the rider. We will pay the following benefits upon due proof that the death occurred while this rider was in force, and coverage applied to the deceased at the time of the death. If any insured child is born alive but dies during the first 13 days of life, we will pay the sum of $2,000. If any insured child dies on the 14th day of life, we will pay the amount the insurance indicated on the policy information. Upon the death of the insured, coverage under this rider will continue as paid up level term life insurance on any living insured child until the insured child's 26th birthday. So we will pay any benefit to the insured if living. I think the rest is just like standard. This is Leticia. Annual income, she has $50,000. Sorry, I was reading some of your comments. Okay. Automatic payment plan, $30 a month. Every day on the 5th of the month from the USAA Bank. Printed name Leticia. Then here we have Gannon. And then Harley. Al. Child Protection Plan Gannon. Beneficiary information Harley. Primary child Eugene. Primary spouse. Does any insurer plan to travel to or reside in a foreign country within the next 12 months? No, but you're going to be a flight attendant, weren't you? Weren't you going to be a flight attendant? Oh, God, I hate her. Excuse me. Oh, well, not within the last 3 years, but we know that she did get in trouble for driving with a revocated license. This is a medical examiner report. This is all redacted. So, as owner of the above captioned contract, I hereby revoke the beneficiaries currently in effect and replace them as follows. Sole beneficiary 100% to Harley Hunt, child. It's important to review your beneficiary designations periodically. In some cases, the beneficiary designation may not be changed in the event of a divorce or annulment. Please consult an attorney for detailed information. So executed at the home office of the company in San Antonio, Texas, as of March 3rd, 2020, the day after Leticia got arrested. Which creator, Snooks? I've never been told I sound really like anybody. Too loud and obnoxious. I have a very distinct voice. Okay. I don't know who that is. Of Spirit Airline. All right. So, good night, MK, you ass. So this is the her arrest warrant. And it's interesting to go through. So, probable cause to believe on or about January 27th, murder in the first degree, a child under 12 in a position of trust, child abuse resulting in death, tampering with a deceased human body, tampering with physical evidence. I remember when this came out. Oh my God, it was so... So at the time of his murder, Leticia was employed by School District 20 as an assistant teacher, although I have also learned that she is no longer employed there. But did she ever really start? I was unable to locate prior criminal history for Leticia. Oh, really? And learned that in North Carolina, Leticia was convicted after a trial for communicating threats, a misdemeanor. But I was not able to locate her sentencing information. Leticia was also convicted of unauthorized use of a motor vehicle and was sentenced to 45 days confinement and 18 months of probation. Although not criminal in nature, I was also able to locate a document memorializing the suspension of Leticia's North Carolina teaching certificate on or about May 11, 2016. As part of that document, it is reported that Leticia had filed unsubstantiated claims of harassment and retaliation, and the North Carolina State Board found that Leticia breached her contract by engaging in an unprofessional conduct, willfully neglecting her duty, and failing to comply with the provisions of her contract. Why was she ever hired? Good night, Gemini. Why? All those references were bullshit. They knew. Leticia gave Gannon's phone number as the reference for a retired school principal and answered and got caught, yet they still hired her. She had this type of background and they still hired her. She had bomb threats and they still hired her. Leticia's criminal history is only included by way of a background for the court. And because Leticia has been convicted of previous crimes, it does not indicate the guilt of this one. So Al is Gannon's biological father. Al spent the night in Denver on January 25th and departed via commercial airline on January 26th, returning January 28th. Investigators were able to corroborate this information, and Al has cooperated fully. On January 27th, Leticia reported Gannon missing after calling 911. She said Gannon was supposed to be home approximately an hour ago and she was unable to locate him. Her story dramatically changed multiple times over the following days. They did not believe Leticia went to any neighboring houses to attempt to locate Gannon, and was one of the many lies told by Leticia during the investigation. I remember when this came out. I remember. And it was so crazy. Leticia was unable to provide the actual location of the home she went to, the names of Gannon's friends he was supposed to be playing with, or the names of the parents of Gannon's friends. Hey, Jordan. Deputies responded to Leticia's residence and were unable to locate Gannon. Deputies conducted a limited search and took a report. Some of the interactions were captured on body camera, and in the coming days, it developed into a murder investigation. A tip line was established, and they received hundreds of tips. 2 ransom notes were received by email demanding money in the form of Bitcoin in exchange for Gannon's return. They tried to validate, including resolving and geolocating the internet protocol addresses and requesting subscriber information. One of the ransom notes were sent from a foreign-based email that is accessible by multiple individuals. They were unable to trace the IP and believe the ransom notes to be fraudulent and strictly designed to receive money. Leticia initially claimed that she last saw Gannon when he left their residence to play with his friends around 3:15. Leticia is the last person to ever see Gannon alive. Leticia stated that she attempted to find him at a neighbor's house and sent her daughter Harley to look for Gannon at a park. Leticia lied to investigators on multiple occasions, had unexplained abnormal behavior, such as obtaining a rental car, disconnecting her cell phone from the cellular network for an extended period of time, the false reporting of an alleged schmape, abnormal patterns of travel, a continuously evolving story with material changing in facts and circumstances, and has since left the state of Colorado. So they're requesting a warrant. This is outlining why they think Gannon was murdered. They believe Gannon was murdered by Leticia in the afternoon hours after approximately 14 hours on January 27th at his residence, and more specifically in his bedroom. Physical evidence recovered from the residence and inside Gannon's room supports that a violent event occurred in his bedroom, which caused bloodshed, including blood spatter on the walls and enough blood loss to stain his mattress, soak through the carpet pad, and stain the concrete below his bed. Photographs are included. Based on the evidence, Gannon's remains were eventually brought through the house into the garage and likely loaded into the back of the Tiguan. After cleaning the scene, Leticia utilized the Tiguan to transport and dump Gannon's remains on the evening of January 28th. Leticia likely disposed of his remains off Highway 105, the South Perry Park Road. The Metro Crime Laboratory determined that blood discovered in Gannon's bedroom, the garage, and a blood on the particle board all matched his DNA. So on that Monday, Gannon stayed home from school. Based on the text messages from Leticia to Al, Gannon was up most of Sunday evening with a stomach problem. Leticia did tell Gannon's school that Gannon would be absent. Investigators were able to verify that Gannon was marked as an excused absent that day. Leticia also told Al that I'm just going to give them an excuse at work and stay with him. Indeed, Leticia did come up with an excuse and told her employer via text message at 4:37 a.m. that her stepdad was killed after being hit by a car and she would not be able to come to work that day. So, other electronic evidence were recovered from Leticia's phone that indicate Gannon was likely still alive during the morning of January 27th. The proof of life photo, guys. Images were taken on Leticia's phone at 8:13 and 8:17 a.m., which, you guys, the two photos were taken 5 minutes from one another. Yet Gannon was in the same exact position he was out. And so it makes you think, you guys, 5 minutes is a long time to be just standing there. You know what I mean? Like 5 minutes just standing there in silence, it's a long time to pass. And it makes you think, what was she doing between the two photos? You didn't just stand there for 5 solid minutes and wait to take an identical photo. It shows Gannon sleeping in his bed. Of particular note, his Nintendo Switch is visible in the photo lying next to him. Al said this is his gaming system and it was of high importance to Gannon. To date, investigators have been unable to locate the Switch. Yet we went through the documents, guys. Then they suddenly found it behind the DVDs. Remember? It should be noted that Leticia used her phone the following day on the 28th at about 12:57 hours to conduct a Google search. Can Nintendo find my Switch? There's also a detailed list of some of her search history, and reasonably occurred because she was contemplating how she would dispose of the Switch. So, Switch does not come with any sort of tracking ability. As such, Leticia likely felt it was safe to dispose of the Switch and use the missing Switch to help deceive law enforcement. So, investigators located video surveillance from the neighbor that showed what investigators believed to be Leticia and an individual that appeared to match Gannon's physical description depart the residence at 10:16 a.m. The video camera is several homes away and does not provide images clear enough to make a positive identification. The vehicle returned at 2:19 p.m. and Leticia exited the vehicle. After reviewing the video, I cannot be sure if another person exited the vehicle or not, but I submit that Gannon likely did return home with Leticia that afternoon. These times, corroborated by data collected from an ADT security system in the Stauch's residence, are discussed below in detail. Based on the security system, the motion detectors in the living room or basement did not register any activity from approximately 10:12 a.m. until Leticia and Gannon enter the home at 2:22. Investigators confirmed Lena to be at school and confirmed Harley was at work. Investigators believe there was nobody else in the residence except Leticia and Gannon. Leticia's historical cell site information, detailed information about her iPhone status, and a text message sent to Harley from Gannon's cell phone support that Leticia left her cell phone at home that morning. And the fact that Leticia left her phone is suspicious on its own. based on her extensive history of using her phone. I have reviewed the forensic search records for Leticia's phone and found she is an active user of social media. And she has a more detailed review of Leticia's iPhone screen time log between the 25th of January and the 29th revealed that Leticia spent approximately 38,607 seconds on Facebook and Facebook Messenger alone, which equates to approximately 10.7 hours cumulative time those few days. So just between the 25th and the 27th, she collectively was on just Facebook alone for 10.7 hours. Leticia's phone was locked at 9:56 and unlocked at 2:45 that same day. The timing of the unlocking of the device is significant compared to her departure and arrival from the residence. Leticia did not open her phone for approximately 30 minutes after she arrived back to the residence. That was after she unalived him. There was a text message sent from Gannon's phone to Harley's phone that read, "Tecia left phone at home. If you need her, text me." That was sent at 10:37 a.m. Investigators were able to confirm surveillance footage and purchase receipts that Leticia traveled to Petco, approximately a 30-minute drive from the home. She completed her purchase at 11:22 a.m. Gannon is not visible. Leticia's whereabouts are unknown between 11:22 and 13:22. At 13:22, Leticia was again captured at Petco. Al sent a text to Gannon's phone saying, "Hey, buddy," at 12:06. It went unanswered until 13:21. The response was, "Can I play Zelda at least?" Al said, "Not today." A significant event occurred on Gannon's phone at or about 13:43 hours, which is prior to arriving back at the Stauch residence. There was an internet search for, "Can my parent find my cell phone if it's off?" I submit this search was likely done by Leticia and not by Gannon, based on the content of the search, the way it's phrased, and the presence of quotations in between phone and if. This is very similar to the way Leticia conducted searches. I submit that it's reasonable that Al only, not Leticia, would be interested in the location of Gannon's phone, and that Leticia was possibly deliberating how or if she would dispose of Gannon's phone after she unalived him. Gannon's phone was found at the residence. I submit that Leticia did not get rid of Gannon's phone for fear it might be traceable. Leticia had been without her cell phone for hours, yet her screen was not unlocked until approximately 14:45, which was 25 minutes after arriving back home. During that 25-minute period, there is motion activity both upstairs and downstairs on the security. Lena returned home at 3:15. Lena stated when she returned home, Leticia told her Gannon was in her bed and that she could not see him. She was told to go outside and play. Lena was sent outside to play because Gannon was likely no longer alive and Leticia was cleaning up blood from inside the house. Al sent another text to Gannon, "Hey, buddy," at 15:55 hours, and it was not read until 19:40 hours. It is likely that Gannon was already unalived by Leticia at that time. Based on exterior footage, Harley arrived at the residence at 16:42 hours and picked up Lena. Leticia sent a text to Harley requesting carpet cleaner, trash bags, and baking soda, items likely used to clean up the murder scene. Harley purchased the items, and investigators looked at the receipt documenting the purchase. Harley has refused to speak with investigators. Investigators don't believe Harley was present when Gannon was killed. Harley was at work, and they were able to verify it. So the Tiguan was known to be leased and utilized by Leticia, was backed into the garage when EPSO was at the residence. The position of the Tiguan is significant, specifically because of the confirmed presence of Gannon's blood in the garage below the area where the rear hatch of the Tiguan would be, and the positive reaction of the Blue Star on the Tiguan's rear bumper. They searched Gannon's basement bedroom and have images. This photo comparison is significant for many reasons, and the corner of the bedroom where Gannon's head is visible is the key area discussed in several sections. The placement of Gannon's bed is in the immediate location where his blood was found on the wall, the carpet, and on the concrete below the carpet. These details are discussed, and a large volume of blood appears to have been in that area. It appears that the sheet may not be the same, the blankets are different, and the pillowcase, if not the whole pillow, is different. They were likely saturated in blood and removed by Leticia and then discarded of. Poor baby. Another photo from Leticia's phone shows his bed was not pushed directly up against the wall by the head of the bed. This photo articulates the ability for blood to get onto the walls and floor in the corner of the bedroom. Al stated the positioning of the bed is unusual and that the bed is usually pushed up against the wall. Sorry, I gotta take a sip of water. It's not fair use. Janice, it's reused content. Reused content is not the same thing as fair use. They're two different things. Ooh. Right, Crackdown? There's the photo she took of Gannon. So Leticia rented the Kia, picked up Al, drove back to the residence. Renting of the Kia is suspicious. The fact that Leticia felt compelled to even rent the vehicle. There was no issues with the Tiguan. And the Tiguan remained parked at the airport until approximately 1900 hours on January 28th. Leticia told Al she was concerned about putting mileage on. It is noted, however, Leticia only put about 71 miles on the vehicle. During that period, if she had the Kia, she would not provide the location of the Tiguan, and Al never saw the Tiguan. She told Al the Tiguan was near French Elementary School. Leticia could not pick Al up in the Tiguan because it likely would have revealed evidence of Gannon's unaliving, including blood or the actual remains of Gannon himself. Investigators did take a swab from a stain that was confirmed to be blood in the trunk of the Kia Rio. A DNA profile was developed and determined to be 2 contributors. One of a male profile did not match, one of which was male, and the major male profile did not match Gannon's. The Kia had a significant amount of mud underneath the vehicle, but it did not lead to Gannon's remains. The Tiguan was used to transport Gannon's remains from the house to the location where Gannon's body was dumped. The definitive locations of the Tiguan are unknown during that time. Investigators believe Tecia dumped Gannon's remains on the evening of January 28th and utilized the Tiguan to do so. The Tiguan was seized on the 29th. Leticia had a scheduled interview on the 29th. She arrived late and she was driving the Tiguan. They noted that the vehicle was wet and appeared to have recently been cleaned. Leticia had cleaned the vehicle because there was likely blood on the rear end based on the luminol reactions. And then video was recovered that shows a partial view of a car wash, and it had a Tiguan in it. There was blood stains. Several areas of the Tiguan reacted to luminol. Specifically, the team found evidence of suspected blood on the rear bumper and step plate of the rear bumper. The location of the blood is significant because the vehicle was backed into the garage at Leticia's residence the day of Gannon's murder. Evidence of Gannon's blood was also located on the floor of the garage, consistent with where the rear end of the Tiguan would have been. You guys have to remember, this is before they had all the information. They ended up getting a couple of seconds of Ring camera footage of seeing Leticia drag what is likely Gannon's body in the suitcase into the Tiguan? Crime Curious? What do you mean? I love how Crime Curious just pops. She just pops up and schools us. But what do you mean, though? The Tiguan wasn't at the airport? Always respect to Gannon, Little Red Riding Hood. Laughing at Leticia's ridiculousness is never meant to be disrespect to Gannon. Ever, ever, ever. Al's truck. Okay, sorry. So the blood is most likely loading Gannon's remains in the trunk. So you can't see the photos, they're too dark. A receipt from the dollar store was located. Trash bags, baking soda, vinegar. Leticia texted Hartley, carpet, powder, 2 things, baking soda, trash bags. Baking soda and vinegar are common household items that can be used to clean blood. Vinegar is one of the most common items used to clean blood, and so is baking soda. Parking receipt for the airport documented the Tiguan was brought into the airport at or about 8:30 and left at or about 19:02, both on January 28th. January 29th, Leticia returned the Kia and was picked up by Harley. Investigators were able to download the telematics from the Tiguan. They were able to determine some of the locations of the Tiguan from the evening of the 28th, including its location in the area of Highway 105. They got a warrant for AT&T. They were able to get her network event location system. Data revealed that during the evening of January 28th, between 20:30 and 22:20 hours, the Tiguan was generally in the greater northwest portion and likely in the north of the Air Force Academy and southern Douglas County. Investigators believe that Tecia disposed of Gannon's remains. Harley's cell phone is connected to a tower that would service the Stauch residence. They do not believe Harley was with Tecia when she disposed of the body. However, at approximately 22:26 hours, Harley's cell phone leaves the Stauch's residence and goes to the area of Powers and Carefree, where investigators suspect she picked Leticia up. It's only like 2 seconds. Shiny pop star of footage. It's only 2 seconds worth. I'm not sure if they did, to be honest. I know, Kathy 4. Leticia voluntarily went in for an interview, but only after she was evasive and avoided speaking with investigators one-on-one. Her statements were untruthful, incomplete, and misleading. She was supposed to arrive at 10 a.m., but did not arrive till noon. She did not want investigators coming to her home and was difficult at best to track down. Leticia brought several pieces of notebook paper with her that contained notes she had written down. She referred to those papers and asked if she could read her notes. They were not able to seize these documents. I have conducted hundreds of interviews of subjects, victims, and witnesses. It is extremely rare for an individual to bring notes to an interview. Leticia drastically departed from her initial statements of Gannon's disappearance. In summary, Leticia said she had been held at gunpoint and schmaped by a Hispanic male named Eduardo, and Gannon was abducted by a male after he finished schmaping her. They believed those were false. Leticia said she arrived home at 14:30, disarmed the security system, went into the basement. Eduardo was there, attacked her, and pointed a gun at her. Eduardo held her at gunpoint. He allowed her to go upstairs to greet her stepdaughter, Lena. She sent Lena outside to ride her bike, returned to the basement where Eduardo vaginally penetrated her against her will. During this period, she believed that she had hit her head and may have blacked out. No injuries were on her head. During the attack, Gannon jumped on Eduardo's back, and Eduardo was able to throw Gannon off. Eduardo had finished, held the gun to Gannon, and demanded a suitcase. Leticia provided it to him and a cardboard box. Eduardo attempted to sexually assault her again, but she hit her head again and blacked out. She stated she tried to fight Eduardo off, but was unsuccessful. I know from training and experience that if an individual holds another person at gunpoint, he or she would likely not allow the person to have the opportunity for escape, as Leticia described, being able to greet Lena. If Leticia's story was accurate, any reasonable person would have immediately called 911. Leticia said she cleaned up the area where this alleged attack occurred. She straightened up signs of disturbances in Gannon's room and cleaned up the utility room. She bought cleaning supplies. Leticia did in fact clean something up, but it was the murder of Gannon, not a sexual assault. They took steps to corroborate Leticia's statements before dismissing them as false. They reviewed footage. They did not observe any Hispanic male entering the house. Leticia was offered the opportunity to have a SANE exam. Leticia did not want it. And when given the opportunity to provide investigators with evidence to identify Eduardo, Leticia refused. Leticia stated she met Eduardo the day prior to Gannon's murder. She could not provide any specific identifying information. She told investigators that Gannon had knocked over a candle on Sunday, causing the carpet to burn. She drove around the neighborhood where construction was taking place. She met Eduardo, asked if he would repair a carpet. He agreed. She provided him the garage door code, and he agreed he would repair the carpet while she was shopping the next day. Individuals concoct lies most reasonably to conceal the truth. They oftentimes leave portions of truth within those lies. And Leticia had phone activity during the time where the alleged schmape occurred. Leticia claimed that she was schmaped in the basement between 14:30 and 15:30 hours. During that time, the back door of the residence was open and closed 10 times. If indeed Leticia was being schmaped, it would be impossible for her to open the upstairs back door at the same time. If Leticia's claims in the basement are false based on her cell phone. Okay. So the logs from ADT are significant because that's where Gannon was murdered. The average number of basement motion events was 3.5 on between January 23rd and January 26th, and the hours of 1500 and 1700. The average number of basement motion events was 3.5. On January 27th, the average number of basement motion events was 10.3. A possible scenario for the increase in activity is that Leticia was going upstairs and downstairs in order to get cleaning supplies and cleaning the murder scene. Leticia wanted to leave towards the end of the interview. They seized her phone and detained her. Leticia began stuffing tissues in her pants, and she said she had chest pain. They got medical assistance. She spoke to friends and her husband and the media about Gannon's disappearance. They recorded some. Leticia's stories have evolved. Facts continue to change. The identity of her attacker changed, the location of Gannon's abduction, and the details of the alleged schmape. Leticia did deny killing Gannon and provided explanations as to why there was blood in her Tiguan, blood in Gannon's room, and why she was in the area of Palmer Lake. So she was transported to the ambulance but made a miraculous recovery when they arrived at the hospital. Leticia had evasive behavior at the hospital. She left the hospital without telling investigators. She made a phone call from the waiting room. She was picked up by Harley and Harley's friend. Gannon's family members were living in the residence during the searches, and it wasn't sealed off. They found traces of blood throughout the residence. There was visible blood in Gannon's room, in the garage, and other portions of the house. There was blood stain and projected blood spatter located on all the walls in his room. Over 50 droplets of suspected blood were found on the walls near Gannon's bed. Someone attempted to clean the walls. Gannon's mattress was seized and contains a red stain. The stains of the mattress were swabbed, but they weren't tested with the Blue Star. They haven't been returned yet for the results. But in the area, it was determined to be Gannon's blood. So you could actually see it in these photos, which is horrible. Oh. It's like he slid between the wall and the mattress, like the. Mm-mm-mm. The vast majority, based on the orientation of Gannon's bed, the vast majority of the blood would be in line with the position of his head and torso. So there was blood residue on baseboards, an electrical outlet cover, and blood that soaked through the carpet. The blood spatter was examined, and that the stains on the walls are consistent with one or more blood spatter producing events, which include gunshot, blunt force, and a stabbing. They were able to determine that before he was found, guys. But little did they know, he sustained all three. He sustained all three. He did not believe the blood stains were aspirated blood, primarily due to the lack of air bubbles in the stains. The shapes of the stains were affected by the surface texture of the drywall itself. Blood was obtained from the electrical socket. The socket has evidence of streak marks, which was from cleaning. They removed the outlet cover, and a visible red stain was present, outlining its edges. Ugh. This is the blood on the concrete. Then investigators recovered a piece of carpet from the utility room with possible bloodstains on it. In the dishwasher, multiple carpet brushes with carpet fibers on them. They were used to clean up the murder. Then the vinegar was found. They did not notice blood in Gannon's room when they initially went there when he was reported as a runaway. Okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna stop there for tonight. And I'll go through the rest tomorrow. And we could start the interview if you guys want to listen to the interview. But I'm gonna lose my voice because that's enough reading for tonight and I'm tired. I'm getting tired. But I appreciate you all being here with me. And like I said, I apologize for the series kind of being chaotic right now and there's missing episodes. Just let me get through the weekend to rearrange it and fix it, and I will have the numerical order fixed so it will not be so confusing. And whatever episodes are no longer up, I will be putting the content back out, so just bear with me. And again, anybody who is looking to continue a way to support Allie during this time and also get exclusive content on Leticia and other cases, please consider joining her Patreon. Nightbot will drop her link again right now. And I'll be live tomorrow afternoon, like late mid-afternoon, let's just say. So I hope to see you all there. We'll continue where we left off. If you could hit the thumbs up on your way out, I would greatly appreciate it. Other than that, I hope you all have a wonderful night. Thank you for anybody who had gifted a membership or sent a super chat. Your support is greatly appreciated as always. And I will talk to you all soon. So have a wonderful evening.